Namaskar children. What makes the world so beautiful? It's surely the trees and plants around us which makes the world so beautiful. Come, let's have a look at plants around us. In this lesson, we are going to study about getting to know plants. Getting to know plants. See here, we have beautiful plants around us. They are flowers, small plants and bigger plants and many trees around. So we'll see how they are divided, how they are classified according to different types. Here, what is this? These are the parts of a plant. In smaller classes, you have learned about parts of a plant. Can you tell me what are the parts of a plant? You will surely tell me that it's the leaves, stem and roots that makes the parts of a plant. What more comes? Yes, it's the flowers and the fruits. Together, it makes the parts of a plant. Here we have a plant. This is the stem and here leaves are here. Then comes the flower and fruit. More important, here we have the roots. Together it all together makes the part of a plant. Now we'll see how plants are classified. Plants are grouped into herbs, shrubs and trees. How are they grouped? They are grouped into herbs, shrubs and trees based on their height, according to their height and nature of stem and branches. When you classify something, you will have certain criteria. We'll see here, first one is height. The height of the plant, they are categorized. Then nature of their stem. If the stem is thick or thin, whether it is green or tender, like nature of the stem. Then branches, whether branches are coming from down or branches are coming from top. Like that also they are classified. So what is this? Here we have herbs, shrubs and trees. Herbs are small plants, shrubs are bigger than that and next come the trees. Now we'll have a look at herbs. What are herbs, children? I'll show you a herb and then here later I'll show you a herb later. Now here herbs are plants with green and tender stem. They are having green and tender stem. They are usually short. They are short and then they do not have many branches. They are having only a few branches. They are here. We have a herb. You can see a small plant. It's short and it does not have many branches and throughout their life it remains small only. It won't grow tomorrow. It will be remaining small only. So can you tell me the example of a herb? A herb is balsam. Balsam, then grass. All these comes under herbs. Balsam we have seen here. Here, this is balsam. Balsam. In our garden, you can see the balsam. Then grass we have plenty. Then the coriander, methi, everything that your mother uses to make curry, it comes under herbs. Okay. Next comes shrubs. Shrubs are plants with hard stem but not very thick. It's having a hard stem but not very thick, only little bit thick. They do not grow very tall. They have branches from the base of the stem. It's having branches from the base of the stem, from near the roots. They are having branches. Little bit top from the root. The example is tulsi, ixora, hibiscus. In our garden, we have usually tulsi plant in front of a house. Then we are having the hibiscus. Hibiscus And then this is hibiscus. And then ixora. Ixora I will show you. Here I am having a ixora plant. Then next comes the trees. Trees grow more than 5 meters in height. We have the mango tree, jackfruit tree, many trees around, papaya tree, many trees. They have hard and thick stem. The stem is very hard and thick. Here you can see the stem is very hard and thick. A mango tree is having a hard and thick stem. You can even hold it around with your hands. Then they have stem. The stems have branches in the upper part. The mango tree will grow and then on top it is having many branches. Example, mango tree and jackfruit tree. I think children, you have understood about 3 types of plants: herbs, shrubs and trees. Herbs, shrubs and trees. Herbs, small plants which grow, short plants, they do not have many branches and they remain small throughout their life. They have plants with green and tender stem. Green and tender. See here, green and very tender stem. Then, so I think the shrubs are little bit taller than herbs. They grow up to 1 to 2 meters. They are having hard stem but not very thick. And then they have branches coming from the base of the stem. So example is tulsi, ixora and hibiscus. And trees grow very tall and they have up to 5 meters or more, and then they are having branches on top of the stem. So on above the ground they are having branches. So example is mango tree and jackfruit tree. Now we'll see this. Here we have, are all herbs small? You can ask me a question. You will have doubts. Some of you will be knowing. Can you name a herb which grows very tall? Can you name it? Ah, yes, very good. You know it. It's a bamboo tree. It grows very tall and yet it's not having branches. No, it's not having branches. So it's growing very tall. So it's coming under a herb. The papaya we have in our backyard. Sorry, the banana plant that we have in our backyard. It's also a herb. Papaya is a tree. Then, so can you give me an example of a herb? Can you give me an example of a herb? Yes, it's balsam. It's balsam grass. Example of a herb. Tulsi is a dash. Herb or shrub? Yes, very good. It's a shrub. Tulsi is a shrub. And a banyan is a dash. Tree or shrub? Banyan is surely a tree. And ixora is a shrub because it grows only up to your shoulder length. Up to your shoulder length. Name one climber. Climber comes next. What are climbers? We'll see next. What are climbers? Children, do you climb trees? How many of you can climb a tree? Are there plants which can climb on trees? Do you know any plant which can climb on trees? Yes, there are certain plants which climb on trees. Have you seen a money plant? Does it climb on trees? Here I am having a money plant here. It can climb on trees. It can climb on trees. And then it is having certain roots which help it to climb on trees. So here we have climbers. They take support and climb up. They are weak stem plants. They are weak stem plants. They can't stand upright. So they take support and climb up. They cling to other plants for support. Have you seen pepper plant, children? Pepper. we are eating, when you're in a curry, mother is putting pepper. The pepper plant also climbs on other plants for support. It is also a climber. So they all always cling on other plants. Example, beans, peas, money plant. Money plant. So these are the climbers that we have around. There are many plants which are climbers. Flowering plants are also there. Many climbers are there. Now we'll see what comes next. See here, you all love watermelon, isn't it? What type of plant is it? Watermelon. Does it grow on the ground or does it hang from a tree? Yes, surely it grows on the ground. Then it's also a weak stem plant. It is having big watermelons. The plant cannot lift the weight and climb on top. So it's spreading on the ground. It's spreading on the ground. So it is known as creeping on the ground. Creeping. So it is called a creeper. It is called a creeper. Creepers are also weak stem plants which cannot stand upright. They can't stand upright. All these creepers, many of the creepers around the pumpkin, the plant is, the mother has to lift many pumpkins. So it is spreading on the ground everywhere. They spread on the ground, pumpkin, watermelon, etc. They are creepers. They creep on the ground. And then, so climbers and creepers are also included now. So you have studied today about different types of plants based on the thickness of the stem. The 3 types: herbs, shrubs and trees. Then you have studied about weak stem plants which are climbing on top of trees and called climbers, and which is spreading on the ground. They are called creepers. Now, I have taught you many things, but surely you must find out yourself about it, about all the things that I have taught you. So you have an activity here in your textbook. This activity is a nature walk. We all love walking around around our house or along between many trees and plants. So this activity you will enjoy doing. Walk around your house and collect plants of different types. Today I have walked around and collected many plants to show you. So after my nature walk. So now it's your turn to do the nature walk. And you have to categorize them according to their size. The thickness of the stem, you have to categorize. You have to find out whether it's a herb, shrub or a tree. So after this activity, based on the size, whether they are tall, you have to, what all things you have to see? That they are growing tall, whether the stem is thick, stem is green, stem is tender. All these things you have to see before classifying them. So here we have, so I'll show you what the plants that I have collected. I told you I'll show you later. So I will show you now. So these are the plants which are the first one plant here. Very slender and thin stem. Green stem, it's having slender and thin stem. It's a herb. It's a small plant. Green and slender stem. This is also having a green and slender stem. It's coming under herbs. So they are growing only a certain height and it's having green and slender stem. Then I am having the tulsi plant. It is having a hard stem. It's not like this green, this thin and soft stem. This is having a hard stem. Hard stem, and then this is a tulsi plant. The branches are coming from the base. Branches are coming from the base. So it's coming under shrubs. It's coming under shrubs. Remember children? Shrubs. I'm having Ixora plant with me. This is also coming under shrubs. It's having a hard stem, but not very thick, and it grows up to my shoulder, like a shoulder length, and then it's coming under shrubs. So then trees also, trees I'm having here. It's a mango tree, small leaf, only a small branch I have taken. I cannot bring a tree, So I collected a small branch of the small leaves of the mango tree. It grows very tall and it's very thick also. Woody stem it's having. Then climber. Climber, here money plant. It climbs on top of trees or support. On the wall also it will climb. So roots are there to help it to climb and cling on some support. So they are climbers. Here creepers like watermelon spreading on the ground. They have small tendrils which help it to hold on to certain other parts or any support which comes in front of it. This is a creeper. So creepers and climbers, and then all the rest of the three types we have seen. Now I have to show you after one activity is coming in your textbook. That is, we have to see the plant name, height, green stem, tender stem, thick stem, hard stem, branches at the base, branches higher up, and category of the plant. This is given in your textbook. This is based on our activity 1 and we have to fill up. It's already there. So we have to make like this in a fill up in a textbook. Tulsi. Tulsi grows, height is given up to 1 meter height. Sometimes it grows up to 1 meter or even smaller also will be there. So it is having a thick stem. And then thick stem you have to write here, yes. Hard stem, yes. Branches at the base, yes. So these three criteria, if it is coming, it is a shrub. I left out first one. First one is balsam. Balsam, almost 10 centimeters. Almost 10 centimeters in height. Green stem, tender stem. If these two things are there, we call it a herb. If it's having a green stem and tender stem, if it is yes, it's called a herb. Then mango, more than 10 meters. It's having thick stem, hard stem, and branches are higher up. Yes, these three columns you have to say yes. It is a tree. Then ixora, up to 2 meters, shoulder length. Then it's having a thick stem, hard stem, branches at the base. So it is a shrub. It is a shrub. Grass, only half a meter. Some grasses are half a meter, some are even smaller. Green stem, tender stem. Herb. People tree. People tree. People tree may more than 10 to 12 meters. It's having a thick stem, hard stem, branches higher up. It's a tree. Now, I'm sure you know how to classify trees according to their height, stem type, and whether branches are coming at the base or higher up. So surely you must do this activity and you have to send it to me throughout classwork. You have to send it to me. You have to send this box only to me. So surely children, today you all to read the lesson and do this activity. Thank you children. I'm Shivaya. When we have a loving and compassionate attitude towards plants and trees, we can learn to listen and to understand them.